We go to New York.
Why?
Democratic candidate for mayor Zoltar Mamdani.
Weird.
When I become mayor, I will defund the police.
You stupid fuck!
Mass shooting takes place.
Hold up.
4 killed,
Wait a minute.
including a New York City police officer.
Something ain't right.
Mamdani, your thoughts? What are you talking about, my guy? I love the police.
Now you're an asshole.
I'm Jazz Berganzo, and this, what a hypocritical son of a bitch.
Fuck you!
And that's who you want for mayor?
Sheer fucking hubris.
But it's what's next. What's up, everyone? Jazz Berganzo, what's next? Your daily dose. Hope you guys are feeling good today on this Thursday. And we're going to step away from the Sydney Sweeney controversy when it's really not a controversy. She's just hot looking and wears jeans. Of course, they're all calling her a Nazi. And how many videos have already been done about it? I was thinking about doing one, but yeah, common sense kicked in. Anyway, on to a more serious subject. There was a mass shooting that took place in Park Avenue in the Bronx earlier this week. 4 dead, including 1 New York City police officer, by a crazed gunman, by a lunatic, by a asshole of a piece of shit dude who went into a building, started shooting up the place. But it turns out that he was headed for the New York offices of the NFL, but he took the wrong elevator. Didn't matter. Damage was already done. So you have Democratic candidate for mayor, Zoltar Mamdani. Yes, I'm calling him Zoltar because I really don't give a fuck. He's got a number of popular stances. You know, government controls of stores. You know, I love my illegal aliens. I want to make sanctuary city policy for the rainbow jihadi. And this is one of the most popular ones, defund the police. The mass shooting takes place. Mamdani's like, what are you talking about, my guy? Defund the police? I love the New York City Police Department. Hypocrite much? You bet. And here we go. This comes out of New York Post. Zoltar Mamdani explicitly backs off an unpopular defund the police stance after officers shot dead in Park Avenue horror. Excuse me. Socialist mayor candidate Zoltar Mamdani on Wednesday explicitly backed down on his unpopular past defund the police stance in the wake of Midtown mass shooting that left 4 dead, including a New York City police officer. Quote, I'm not running to defund the police. What are you talking about, my guy? He said during a highly anticipated news conference hours after the slain cops, after he visited the slain cops, Dilaru, and I'm mispronouncing his name, I do apologize, Islam's grieving family. The Democratic nominee went straight from the airport to the hero's family's home in the Bronx upon returning from an ill-timed trip to Uganda. Gee, I wonder what it was doing in Uganda. Has nothing... What does that have to do in New York? Anyway, Mamdani, who has tweeted in June that he wouldn't defund the police, that he would defund the police if elected, drew outright skepticism from many cops, while politicos made it sense for him to bow to the reality that defunding the police, it's very unpopular. No. Quote, people are fools to believe that he will help the city. People are fools to believe that he will help the city, said one police source. A wolf in sheep's clothing. Exactly. Lee Mingnoff, director of the Marxist Institute for Public Opinion, said the move away from defund was a necessary one for Mamdani, the 33-year-old Queens Assemblyman, leading to win the City Hall in November. And of course, that's Mamdani visiting the slain officers' relatives. Quote, he didn't want to defend the police to define his candidacy. It's a necessary move for him, Mingnoff told the Post. The mass shooting took place on Monday in a Park Avenue high-rise by crazed gunman Shane Tumara, who killed Islam, a 36-year-old dad of 2, and 3 innocent civilians before turning the gun on himself. Thank goodness for small favors. Arguably presented the first test of Mamdani's potential leadership. But unfortunately for Mamdani, he was away celebrating his recent wedding. Mayor Eric Adams and former Governor Andrew Cuomo, whose independent mayoral runs are so far lagging behind Mamdani's, commenting on the shooting an hour after the massacre, as did Republican nominee Curtis Silva. There's too many players in this game. They all got to unite, consent on one, and then go forward to try to take out Zoltar. Of course, that's Mamdani visiting the relatives' homes. Gee, because this has nothing to do with politics. No. Of course, Mamdani blasted by his rival, former Governor Andrew Cuomo, for politicizing the tragedy. Mamdani on X. Our police threatening the physical safety of politicians who oppose their agenda. Our prosecutors turning their offices into super spreader events because of all the coof truthers. The entire carceral system is unreformable, being a public health hazard. Defund and dismantle. Mamdani. Well, we have to wait to see if our lead holds. But being leading amidst a global pandemic makes it clear another world is reality. Another world is really possible. Together we can tax the rich, heal the sick, house the poor, defund the police, and build a socialist New York. Solidarity forever. That was June of 2020. But you must just say it's now. Adams also met with Didara's family at the hospital later that night, and he and Governor Kathy Hochul attended a roll call at Islam's honor in the 47th precinct. Mamdani, for his part, offered a tweet for 45 minutes after his rivals, referring to a New York City police officer in critical condition, even though Islam was reported passing away before them. The lefty lawmaker finally followed up with the next morning with a heartfelt tribute to Islam and his immigrant background as a Bangladesh police officer, but then critics were slamming Mamdani's lack of experience, past defund stance, to call and disband the NYPD's strategic response group. Mamdani. We don't need an investigation to know the NYPD is racist, anti-queer, and a major threat to public safety. What we need is to defund the police. But you deal with New York City mayor budget tricks to keep as many cops as possible on the beat. No to fake cuts. Defund the police. That was just days after that on June 28th, 2020. Mamdani now. We want to defund the police. Mamdani's a clown. He's a fraud. He's a fool, but he's no dummy. He's got a lead, and he's going to hold on to it for as long as he can. Why? Because there are just too many hands in the cookie jar. You got Adams, you got the failed Governor Cuomo, who's a clown, who should be brought up on charges, who should be actually serving jail time because of the nonsense of the coof. You know, remember that? What was it? 15, 18,000 senior citizens, passed away because they decided, passed away in a nursing home because they decided to stick some youths who had the coof, shove them in there and infect everybody, pretty much giving them a death sentence. But no, let's concentrate on him running for governor. Anyway, and then you have Curtis Silva. I'm sorry. Like I said earlier, they all need they all have a consensus. They all need to get together. Who's the best guy and put him out there? Me, go for Adams. He's already been mayor. He's got the experience. Cuomo's a clown. Silva, like I said, it's great that, guardian angels, all that. He's got a great history with that. But sorry, no, you're past your prime. Adams can beat him, but it's got to be considered because the vote is being split. But back to Mamdani. Seriously, this dude is a fraud. He's a fake. He's a clown. He's a charlatan. He's a chameleon. He's a wolf in sheep's clothing. So New York, this is what you want. You want socialism. You want communism. You want cops being defunded. So when something bad happens to you in your home and you're calling the cops and you're waiting there 45 minutes to an hour. Why? Because for some reason there's a lack of police in New York. Well, you know why. And with that being said, I'm Jazz Borganzo. This is What's Next. Want to see more like this? Please leave a comment below. Like it, share, subscribe to it. Hit that notification bell so you never miss a thing. Continue spreading the word about the show. Appreciate you guys watching as always. And we'll see you next time. Peace.